Good afternoon. We have been flying through our Shurley English curriculum, and we are now ready for the Chapter 9 test. So today is the checkup, which is like our study guide for the test. So you should have already tried this on your own. We're going to go through the worksheet together. You can make changes if you'd like. But like I said, this is your study guide. Your test is very similar to this worksheet. I will share my screen with you and we'll get started with exercise 1. Classify each sentence, which just means label each sentence. Number 1 says, at lunch, a quiet group of elderly ladies ate at our restaurant. So looking for prepositions, I know that at is a preposition. At what? Lunch, object of the preposition. Looking for all of the prepositions right now. Of is a preposition. Of what? Ladies, object of the preposition. What kind of ladies? Elderly, adjective. And at is a preposition. At what? At our restaurant, object of the preposition. Whose restaurant? Our, possessive pronoun, adjective. So we're left with a quiet group ate. What is the subject of the sentence? Who ate? Group, subject noun. What is being said about the group? The group ate, verb. What kind of group was it? Quiet, adjective. A, article, adjective. Where do we divide this sentence? We have no helping verbs. So right before the verb, ate. The subject is a quiet group of elderly ladies. Uh-oh, something happened. Let me go back. Sorry about that. Let's try again. All right, we should be back. So our subject was a quiet group of elderly ladies. The predicate is ate at our restaurant at lunch, because at lunch is talking about when they ate. It's talking about the verb. This is a period statement declarative sentence following subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Sentence number 2. Did a family of seals gather together on the rocks near the shore? Looking for any and all prepositions. Of is a preposition. Of what? Seals, object of the preposition. On is a preposition. On what? On the rocks. Rocks, object of the preposition. The is an article, adjective. And near is a preposition. Near what? Near the shore, object of the preposition. The article, adjective. So we have, did a family gather together? What is the subject? Family, subject, noun. What did the family do? What is the verb? Gather. Gather how? Together, adverb. Did is a helping verb. A is an article, adjective. So we do have a helping verb. This is an interrogative sentence, int. Where do we draw the line? Still before the main verb, but the subject is a family of seals. The predicate is did gather together on the rocks near the shore. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Okay. For exercise 2, we're using sentence 1, only sentence 1, to complete the table. So we're looking for nouns. And according to the chart, there are 4. Okay. So looking at the nouns, I know lunch is a noun. Noun job is just, what did you label it? Lunch in this sentence is an object of the preposition OP. Is lunch singular or plural? Singular. And it is common. Another noun, group. And the noun job in this sentence, group is the subject noun, SN. Is group singular or plural? Group is singular. And is it common or proper? Common. Another noun, ladies. Ladies is an object of the preposition. Is ladies singular or plural? Plural, more than one. Common noun. And there's one more. Restaurant. What is restaurant's job? It's labeled object of the preposition. Restaurant is singular and common. So remember, for your noun box, you're looking for subject nouns and object of the prepositions. Okay? Your simple subject is going to be your subject noun, and your simple predicate is going to be your verb. Okay, I'm going to kind of write that differently here. Okay. So what was the simple subject? The subject noun is group. And what is the verb of sentence 1? Ate. Group ate. Okay. Moving along. For exercise 3, write the labels for the 7 parts of speech that you have studied so far. All right, so what is the label for subject noun? SN. What is the label for verb? V. Adjective? ADJ. Adverb? ADV. Subject pronoun? SP. Preposition? P. And conjunction? C. Those are the 7 labels that we know so far. There's just one more to go. There's 8 total. Exercise 4, use the sentence to find each answer. Today we ran and played during recess. Choose the part of speech for the word we. We. We is a pronoun. It is the subject pronoun of this sentence. Number 2, choose the part of speech for the word and. And is always a conjunction. Can I give you a little hint? For exercise 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are the 7 parts of speeches. You just need to remember the labels. So that could be helpful for you tomorrow. And number 3, list the verbs in the sentence. Since it says verbs, that means there are going to be two verbs. Verbs are action words. Ran, played. Ran and played. All right, go ahead and flip to exercise 5. Fill in the circle beside each correct answer. This is the vocabulary skills part. Permanent and temporary. Are those synonyms or antonyms? Remember, synonym means the same. Antonym means opposite. Permanent and temporary are opposite. They are antonyms. Okay. Number 2, this is an analogy. Top is to bottom, as wide is to. So I think about top and bottom. Those are opposites. What would the opposite of wide be? If it's not wide, it's narrow. Which one of those words is a synonym for belief? Synonym means the same. So is belief, is that the same as opinion or permanent? Opinion, great. And synonym for never ending. Which word means the same as never ending? Permanent. Good job. All right, last but not least, we are ready for the editing section. Capitalize and punctuate the story. This does tell you how many mistakes you will find in each line, okay? So looking at line number 1, I know this is a complete statement because it is indented again. So we'll just look at number 1 right now. Brent said, "Lance, I have a really smelly joke for you." Like we've been doing on the practice sentences, I want you to underline the introductory words. So the introductory words are Brent said, okay? So we know that there's a comma, and start your quotations. Lance, I have a really smelly joke for you. End the sentence. Sorry, I'm trying to get it. Here we go. And end quotations. Go back through. Let's find our capital letters. Brent said, Lance, and he paused. He said, Lance, he was trying to get his attention. I have a really smelly joke for you. So let's double check. We should have 8 mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put a check. We've got line 1. All right, line number 2, we're looking for only 4 mistakes. I'm listening, said Lance. Or sorry, line number 2 has 11 mistakes. I'm listening, said Lance. What is your smelly joke? What are the explanatory words? What are the introductory words? Said Lance. Okay, so there's kind of a break here. He says, I'm listening. And then he starts again, what is your smelly joke? So I'm listening goes in quotations. There's a comma because then it's followed by said Lance. That ends sentence 1. And then Lance started talking again and Lance said, what is your smelly joke? Now let's find capital letters. So I and I'm going to go ahead and put the apostrophe. Lance is the name. What is the beginning of the next sentence? So we should be having 11 mistakes. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Make sure that your punctuation mark goes before the quotations. Okay, we've got all 11. All right, so 3 and 4 go together, okay? because this is indented and then he's still talking down here. Okay, so I'm going to read them both together. Brent chuckled and said, one skunk told another skunk that he was going to the store to buy some perfume. What are the explanatory words? Brent chuckled and said, then he started talking. So comma, start your quotation marks. And everything he said was, one skunk told another skunk that he was going to the store to buy some perfume. Then he stopped talking. So period, end your quotes. Now let's go back and find capital letters. Brent chuckled and said, and then we capitalize the beginning of the new sentence. And I think that's it. Let's double check with our mistakes. So line 3 should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 4 should have 2 mistakes. 1, 2. Perfect. Lines 5 and 6 are going together because 5 is indented and then 6 is not. So they go together. Okay, I'll ask the obvious question, said Lance. Why did the skunk need perfume? What are the explanatory words? Who's talking? Said Lance. So we need our starting quotation. Okay, I'll ask the obvious question, comma, quotation marks, end your sentence, and then we're going to start talking again. Why did the skunk need perfume? Why did the skunk need perfume? That's a question. Question mark, and then your quotations. So let's go back and find capital letters or any other punctuation. Okay is the beginning of a sentence. Okay. Pause. I'll needs to be capitalized and there needs to be a apostrophe. I'll ask the obvious question, said Lance. Lance is a name. And then the new sentence starts with, why did the skunk need perfume? So let's check to see that we found everything. Line 5 should have 11 mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 is good. Line 6 has 2. 1, 2. Yep, that one's good too. And then 7 and 8 go together because 7 is indented, 8 is not. So Brent laughed gleefully. He wanted to change his fragrance. What are the explanatory words? Brent laughed gleefully. So then he's going to pause and then start talking. So add your quotation marks. He wanted to change his fragrance. Now, if you're answering a joke, that's the answer to the joke, the riddle, do you think that he would say it with a period or an exclamation point? Well, he laughed gleefully. He wanted to change his fragrance. I'm going to put an exclamation point and then end the quotes. So let's find capital letters. Brent needs to be capitalized. And then he starts the sentence. So let's check to make sure that we found all the mistakes here. Line 7 has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And line 8 has 2. 1, 2. Perfect. So on your test, this whole section is actually worth 44 points. If you added together all the mistakes, that's worth 44 points. This section is actually worth 4 points, 1 for each question. And then this whole page, this whole first page is 78 points. So there are a lot of points that you can earn on this test. I want you to just try your best. Do what you can. If you need to watch a video again so that it can help you or listen to it jingle, please do that. I know this is hard to do without your book, but I believe in you and you can do it.